Hey everybody, my name is Chris and I'm a tutor here at Chegg.com. I mostly do math and a little bit of computer science, and in this video we're going to solve an exponential equation. So here we have 2 to the x minus 1 equals 3 to the x plus 4, and we want to solve this for x. So the very first thing that we want to do is take a natural log of both sides. Now, does it have to be a natural log? No, it could really be any base log, but I do recommend a natural log because it's a very good log to get used to working with. Especially if you're going to move forward in math with higher level courses. And also because depending on the instructions, we might want to have to give an approximate answer to this at the end. And if we do that, then it's going to be easier with a natural log. Okay, so natural log of 2 to the x minus 1, whoops. That's 2 to the x minus 1, natural log of that. And we also have the natural log of 3 to the x plus 4. Now, using properties of logs, we can take these exponents out and write them as factors. So this x minus 1 of the exponent is going to come out as a factor. Now, we want to be very careful when we do this because we don't want to say x minus 1 times the natural log of 2. So what's wrong with that? Well, what's wrong is that it's really the entire x minus 1 being multiplied by the natural log of 2. Okay, when you pull out the exponent as a factor, we want to be very careful and make sure that it's the entire exponent being multiplied by the natural log of what's left. Okay, and then the exact same thing over here, we can take the x plus 4 in the exponent, pull it out and write it as a factor. Okay, so remember that's just the property of logs that says natural log or any base log of m to the r is just r times natural log of m. Okay, whatever m and r are, as long as they have valid values. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take that x plus 4 out. And that's x plus 4, and then times natural log of 3, because the 3 is still stuck in there. Okay, now remember we want to solve for x. Okay, we eventually want to get x by itself on one side, but right now the x is stuck inside the parentheses over here and over here. So what we're going to have to do is distribute on both sides. Distribute the natural log of 2 over here, and distribute the natural log of 3 over here. So on the left-hand side, we get x times the natural log of 2, and then minus 1 times the natural log of 2, which is just natural log of 2, and then x times natural log of 3, and then plus 4 times the natural log of 3. Okay, so now this is a little bit better because we have the x's sort of just stuck on numbers here, but now the x's are no longer stuck inside of parentheses, and that's really good for us. So now let's go ahead and put everything with an x on one side of the equation, everything without an x on the other side of the equation. So what we're going to do then is say x times natural log of 2, and then minus natural log of 2, and then we're going to take this x ln 3 and subtract that from both sides. So we get minus x times the natural log of 3. And then over here we still have 4 natural log of 3. Whoops. So fix that. 4 times the natural log of 3. And now we want to add the natural log of 2 to both sides. So we're going to get x times the natural log of 2 minus x times the natural log of 3 equals 4 times the natural log of 3, and then plus that natural log of 2 we just added to both sides. All right, now we're in pretty good shape because we have everything with an x on the left side, everything without an x on the other side. So now I want to come up here and finish this. So what can we do now? Well, now on the left-hand side, we have a common factor of x. Okay, this is x times a thing minus x times another thing. So the only thing that we can do here, since this is natural log of 2 and natural log of 3, we cannot combine those into one thing. Okay, these are two very different things. They have to be kept separately. But what we can do is factor out our common factor of x. Okay, so then we have x times the quantity, natural log of 2 minus natural log of 3, equal to 4 times the natural log of 3 plus the natural log of 2. All right, and now the very last thing that we can do is divide both sides by ln 2 minus ln 3. And then over here on the left-hand side, these cancel, which is exactly what we want because now x is by itself, which is great. So we have x equals, and then on the right-hand side, what do we have? 4 times the natural log of 3 plus the natural log of 2, all divided by natural log of 2 minus natural log of 3. And that is our final answer there. Okay? And again, if you have to toss that into a calculator, then it's going to be a lot easier with natural logs as opposed to if you had done this with a base 2 log or a base 3 log. Your calculator most likely doesn't have those logs on it. So you might get an answer that's in a somewhat nicer form, maybe. It's not really guaranteed that any of the steps will be that much easier or the answer will be that much nicer. But it's probably not really worth it anyway, because it's better to get used to working with natural logs. And again, if you have to put this into a calculator to get the approximate value, natural log is a really good one to use. Okay, so this has been an example of solving an exponential equation. I hope you found it helpful, and thank you for watching.